Bear down. Let me get the bear downs in the chat. I don't care if you don't want to do it. Give me a bear down in the chat.
This hurts in my heart.
If I look off right now, it's because we just rewound and just watched the meltdown. Bro, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Bro,
oh my god,
bro, that's your offensive guru at work, bro.
Bro, he has the Cody Parkey clip.
That's your offensive guru at work.
First time ever. You know the funny part about that? I remember vividly Matt Nagy's face when he missed the field goal.
Yeah, we all do.
He was like,
"Nah, but you had to be. I should have recorded that because you had to be here. No. Like you had to see the full attorney on the man. Cause like right after the mess, Maya walked in, looked at him, looked through the TV, walked back, and he was just knelt over like this, and he was about to cry.
But I didn't. Don't put it out there like I did. I mean, listen.
Let's go. Give me some. We throwing this at your father.
That's like half the second. So what?
He just made that.
Bro,
I'm tweeting.
I've never seen something so much of a joke than what we saw in this playoff game right here. I mean, kid, give me your analysis. What did you see in this game that you disliked and disliked?
Since we're gonna keep it in the spirit of Nickelodeon and kid friendly stuff.
The play.
I'm trash. Like that, like Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to say. Listen, for all those who are gonna be in the chat, screw you. I was trying to keep this upbeat because I was trying to have the whole I believe in Mitch thing. Maybe we was putting positive vibes out there. It didn't work. Okay, I tried. It didn't work. I get it. Whatever.
Crit said he want the sound for his ringtone,
bro.
Crit, we're gonna put. Apparently, I'm now a clip. I'm now a meme. Whatever it is.
We're literally,
you know what I'm saying?
We're literally tweeting out all of this right now, bro.
I mean, listen. I look at this team, and me and Kidd said it before we got to the playoffs. If you get to this point and you are looking at Matt Nagy, I said if he lost the Packer game, you had to fire him. But if he came into the playoffs, he get you some wins. You never know. I don't care what he says at the podium. I don't care what he says in the post game. If you're George McCaskey and you look at this dude and you say his job is safe, you're a joke. You're a joke. You're a joke of an owner. This is a joke of a franchise right now. You got into the playoffs by backdooring your way in. You lost 6 straight before you won 4 against a horrible defense in 3 games. Well, not even 4, 3 games, right? 3 in a row. I mean, bro, it's just terrible, bro. It's just terrible. And this team is terrible right now. Your offense is terrible. And I wish a Trubisky truther would get in this chat trying to defend what we saw on offense from Mitchell. It was Matt Nagy. He couldn't make it.
Well, wait a second. He played in the game.
Well, wait a second. Listen.
He played in the game, Pat.
He did strap up.
He played in the game. He put his boots
The pass
on.
to Javon Williams was an excellent pass. Javon Williams dropped it.
In the basket.
Hit him dead in the chest. Javon Williams should be fired
All
right
the
after the play.
he can handle.
Javon Williams should have been fired right after the play. Muzz want to complain, talk about, well, these guys got to make a living too. You make a living making plays. He didn't make a play. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. But you know what? When you're throwing the ball deep and you're missing wide open guys because you can't figure out which direction your safety's going, I'm sorry, is it not Mitchell Trubisky's job to be able to read which direction his safety is going? Is that Mitch's job? I thought that was Mitch's job. Am I wrong on that?
I was almost about to say no, but I can't.
The offensive play calling and the overthinking that was done before the game contributed as well. We did not stick to what gained us the success.
Bro, you weren't running on this team.
I'm not saying running. We didn't even dink and dime.
What were you doing on this team? This is a top 5 defense, bro.
Listen, I'm with you. Let it go. Let it go. And listen, the season's over. We ain't got to put up.
But here's the thing. There was one area where you could attack them. You know what rank they were in the red zone? 29th.
Wait, in the red zone?
In the red zone, the Saints are 29th. You didn't see the red zone. You didn't sniff the red zone. Your offense was putrid.
Wait. Jimmy Graham called a touchdown.
Putrid.
Shut up.
And walked off like a boss.
And walked off.
I respect Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham walked into his next contract when he left that ball.
Because that pass wasn't for him. I don't even know who he was throwing to.
Jimmy Graham walked out of that, caught that touchdown, and walked clean into his next contract.
That's fine.
And now think about where you at. You have no quarterback. You had no quarterback, essentially. He was terrible the entire time, but we wanted to make him seem like he was better. So he was terrible.
We gotta tag everybody.
You're losing Allen Robinson. He's gonna be gone. He's not coming back to this mess. Essentially, you're probably firing Matt Nagy, which he deserves to be fired. Another 8-8 season. Yeah, he goes to the playoffs. He backdoored his way in, didn't win a meaningful game all season. All right. Ryan Pace should be gone too. He traded everything he could to get Mitch Trubisky in the building, and that didn't work out. He's a joke.
Hey, how are my players good enough to play quarterback for the Bears in Madden? They might be, maybe. Do you play quarterback?
I don't think that's how Madden works, bro.
It don't work like that?
You got to get up on your video game.
I've played anything. I've played anything since Mario Kart, mind you.
That's
Yes,
Chris said you can't ruin somebody that already sucked. I mean, listen.
Wow. I disagree with that one.
Yes, you can. It can and will get worse.
Hey, listen, ask the Sixers when they did that to Markelle Fultz, who unfortunately just went down again.
Man, sadly. That young brother.
I mean, we got plenty of examples, but I'm just saying I get the sentiment though, because it still ended up bad. I don't need Pat to go on another rant. I feel it. Listen,
no, I see Muzz in the chat commenting stupidity, but that's the norm. But to me, it's just you have to
go after the chat either.
Listen. No, because it's the dumb comments of the Bears don't want a black quarterback. That gets on my nerves. Look at the Chicago Bears. Look at the people you think about most on the Chicago Bears. They're black. Look at your Bears leaders. They're black.
We doing this again?
We doing that again.
Listen, if you gonna comment it, let's talk about it. They're black.
Okay.
And if it's about, I understand in the past it was about black quarterbacks could not make that transition. They could not go after. They didn't think that they were smart enough to play that. I get that. Yes, it was that in the past. The Bears drafted the black quarterback. Now, they haven't done it in a while. They picked the wrong guy. I agree with that. They picked jokes. I agree with that. But to say that the Bears don't want a quarterback because he's black, the Bears just picked the wrong people. That's stupid. That's not even a thought-out argument. You look at the Chicago Bears. Walter Payton is black. He's the most celebrated Chicago Bear of all time.
He ain't one of the best running backs of all time.
He's black than a mug. Nobody cares about black when you're talented.
The double entendre there because he's a popular phrase used in the African American community to thus describe what is really going on.
I hate you, AD. No, the thing to me is like the quarterback position is not a leadership position for the Chicago Bears. It never has been. That's the problem. That's your problem with the Chicago Bears. You haven't looked at your offensive line enough to address your quarterback position. You haven't looked at your quarterback position enough to say, I want these guys to be talented. Instead, you're looking at the running back position and your defense and saying, hey, this is how you build a team. This is how you get stuff going forward. Let's go.
And then when you finally do get somewhat of a competent quarterback, you don't have an O-line.
For sure.
Because Jay Cutler was a lot better than we gave him credit for.
I think Cuddy was better. I think Cuddy took stuff personally though.
I would too.
No. Cuddy took stuff personally to his detriment because the game where what's the boy from Washington intercepted us like 7 times in a game.
Oh,
hey, Cuddy literally he said he ran over to him after the first one, was like, keep him coming my way, and Cuddy was like, okay, and then threw 7 more of them mugs, bro. So was he talented? He's the most talented quarterback the Bears ever had for sure.
Yeah.
The head ain't always there. Sometimes that head ain't always there, but that's a whole different. That's a whole different you dig.
I mean,
yeah. No, he ain't lying.
Well,
that's a whole different you dig though. You know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes this is a bad mission.
Shut up.
I done read through more lights.
No, to me, this is the thing.
Oh man.
In all honesty, crazy. You either come in. You have 2 options if you're the Chicago Bears right now. You either come into next season and you're mediocre, which you were this season. Or you come into next season terrible and you try to rebuild.
All right, here's my last take on this. Bear down and burn it down. That's what we do. Bear down, burn
but will
they?
But will they? Do you think they will?
I tell you one thing. I'm gonna be the heel all next season. I'm gonna have a hat for every team.
Let me tell you something.
Dog,
I don't think there's gonna be a heel in next season. I think the team itself is the heel of the team itself.
I am going to buy an Aaron Rodgers jersey. I don't even like green like that. But I'm gonna buy an Aaron Rodgers jersey.
That's a little far.
Just to piss you off.
Because
guess what? Nah, we're good. This is a 3-year rebuild.
Matty Matt said Mitch is the MVP. I don't know what it means, but I know he got something coming for it.
Now here's an interesting. I would rather retool than rebuild. Now
I would rather retool than rebuild, but the retool pieces you need are huge pieces.
True. And so this is what I want to do, right? For everyone that says retool, for anyone who has that opinion, tell me what you mean in the chat. Just take some time. We're gonna be here for a couple minutes. Just tell me what you mean in chat. Give me your full thought process on it.
Are you
people who say retool? I'm like, what pieces do you keep? What pieces do you get rid of? Who do you bring in?
Well, here's the problem.
Potentially, I mean, it's all hypothetical. But give me the thought process.
Here's the problem. Now you got to retool your wide receiver room though, because you're probably losing Allen Robinson because you've shown piss poor effort. You haven't gone his direction in some of the biggest games of the season. You haven't given him a shot in some of the biggest games of the season. You haven't gone to him as your number one wide receiver. You've looked more Darnell Mooney's way, Anthony Miller's way, which Anthony Miller had fallen out of favor completely this season. And so now I'm looking at you and I'm just saying, dang, Ringo, all in the camera, huh? Just yawning deeply in the camera.
Hey,
Jesus.
What's interesting is that the the Steelers and Browns just started, and the Browns with 14 seconds in the game have scored already.
Wow.
Well then.
Nah,
Yes. Let's go, Baker.
I will honestly say.
Hey, listen. He needs to do something with all these commercials he got going. He better do something.
Hey, he been balling though. He been balling.
Finally.
But I will say, if I'm the Bears, I'm getting rid of.
Is that a run back?
I'm getting rid of Nagy. I'm getting rid of Pace. I'm bringing in Louis Riddick. I gotta find someone. I don't know.
Because I think Louis Riddick really wants the Bears job, because I've never seen somebody go after Matt Nagy, and I've never seen somebody go after Ryan Pace other than me, but I don't want the job. But I've never seen somebody go after Ryan Pace every single week, bro.
I think we'll take Louis Riddick's current job. Announce.
Oh yeah, I'll take his job. Yeah, I'll move into his spot.
Yeah,
for sure. That. But I think the biggest thing. Oh, Cody Parkey. All right. I think the biggest thing to me.
He still has a job.
Yeah, he played for the Browns.
Yeah, he plays for the Browns.
Oh, y'all gonna lose. Who's a Browns fan?
The thing.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm rooting for the Browns.
Is he kicking the ball?
Cleveland rocks.
I'm just a Baker fan.
I think the thing to me with this Bears team is you have no direction right now. There's nothing in this draft that's going to fix you unless you go get a franchise quarterback. And is that there at 25, 26? Probably not.
It is. Maybe. Possibly.
All right, Matt.
If you look hard.
I will say this, Matt Nagy in the chat. The season's over.
Matt Nagy.
I ain't got time for you.
Matt Nagy, if you survive this, I want snapbacks.
Hey, listen, we're going to post you one last time.
No visor.
We ain't trying to hear from you until you're gone. All right? How about that? All right, so let's get to some real comments. Jay Crit saying, let the D heal, but for the most part, the problem's on the other side of the field. I agree with that. You need to fix. You still need
Is it, though?
If we add to the defense, what are we adding?
Here's the thing.
Safety, cornerback.
Here's the thing.
Linebacker.
Do you not have questions on your defense?
Hold on. I got a hot take. Maybe it's the 4-3 that we play. Whatever.
No, we play the 3-4.
We play 3-4. Did I just say it wrong? 3-4.
Somebody opposite than go Khalil Mack, bro.
Bears picking number 20.
Somebody that's playing. I'm not talking about Robert.
Ignore that.
Number 20.
And yeah, Leonard Floyd, cool. He balling on that. I need somebody that's gonna get that. That's basically gonna give me some like what Washington got. Cause you need somebody to go opposite Chase Young. They got Montez Sweat. You need somebody out there that's got a motor that's finna get to it.
Yeah.
And that you know that's consistent gonna get to it, got that attitude, and that's ready to get down and go crazy.
I tell you that there's a clear difference watching those other teams that had struggles and challenges from opt-outs, injuries, and stuff like that.
If y'all on the live, like the video, subscribe to the page.
We talk Chicago Sports Weekly. And anyway,
Weekly. hold on. Let me do it right. Let's breathe it. Let's do it right. If you are in the live right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago Sports Weekly, and we don't want you to miss a thing. So make sure that you hit that bell. Continue, kid.
What I was saying is that you look at organizations like the Niners.
It would get such a kick out of that.
I love it. It's my favorite part of the show.
Like the Niners were literally like scraping together to get through the season.
For sure.
But they put together such a great push. And that's like that was a full organization behind what they were doing, the same game plan and stuff like that. We clearly don't have that here. But it's like that's why I say, like, you know, we start with Nagy. If Nagy goes, I would agree Pace has to go. And we do work on our offensive side because for some odd reason, their offense was still clicking.
Yeah.
They got the most out of the talent they had, and then they even found, I don't know where this Heineken guy came from, but
Heineke.
I know. I said Heineken.
Somebody said T. Henny last night.
Hey, listen.
T. Henny.
His name T. Henny from now on. minus the MAGA tweets he deleted, but okay.
Okay, all right. Let's take it easy now.
Hey, listen.
Oh, wow.
Hey, listen. It's real suspect that.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that a rich white American might support? Never mind. But
Black people.
I saw them in the march. No, I think.
Oh man.
This is the problem. You're not bad. You're bad compared to us. Like you're bad. But when we watch you, you're bad. You're bad, but you're not bad. Like you're not the Jets. You're not the Jaguars. You're not the Houston Texans. You're not bad. You're not good. You're far from good. You're much closer to bad than you are good. I wouldn't go there, but I think that there's so many teams that are trying to be bad that you end up being in the middle. And I think that is where the Bears have failed most.
We're 8-18.
You are.
Or well, now with the extra game. What is it?
But you're an 8-18 going the wrong direction.
Wait. We've lost 5 games in a row, still end up 8-8. We've won 8 games and lost another 8. I think we're going in the right direction. Standing still.
Standing still.
No, hey, listen, what's that?
Either you standing still or you still standing. Either way, you in the same spot.
Hey, listen,
that was a bar. Let that ride. Let that ride. Though.
Browns is getting in that behind. Listen, that's my Grant Cardone. For those who know, no interest is a level of interest.
Yeah.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. For anyone who's in the chat and also watching another game, thank you for joining us. But it seems like Ben Roethlisberger is having a tough time right now. They already got scored on within 14 seconds of the game, and then now he turns it over with 5 minutes still into the first quarter. So it's gonna be a long day for him.
So where do you think the trouble is most with this Bears team? Is it coaching? Is it the players? Is it personnel? Is it front office?
The unfortunate part is we have issues on every level, but we can only address so many at one time. That is on every level. There's a problem.
Well, let me ask you this: with the right leadership in place,
which we don't have.
Agreed. With the right leadership in place, is the personnel on the field a better team?
I think with the right.
I'll give you a caveat. Is it 2 games better? 10-6
with the right leadership? Yes.
With the right leadership, not changing anybody. Mitch is still your quarterback. Everything. That's a 10-6 thing.
Well.
I'm saying with what we have right now on the team, because we don't know if Mitch is coming back or not. We don't know what quarterback we're gonna get.
I think even with Nick Foles, that we win more games because, again, I go back to the same quote. Nick said it himself. We're calling plays we can't execute because we don't have the personnel for it. Basically.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing that, right?
Hey, can I add to that real quick though? And this is about something else. I didn't like the Nick Foles pickup simply because, and it's like you said, the personnel that was on the Eagles roster when they won.
Well, they had the best offensive line in the league.
You had
that's really what it was.
When you can take a nap in the
park. You had 4 All-Pros, Deshaun Jackson.
Nick was dropping back on some.
Zach Ertz and
pull me up. Appreciate you. Oh, I gotta throw this thing. My bad. Let me put this break.
Yeah. It was just they technically didn't have a personnel for Nick Foles. And I don't think that Mitch is even the answer. So you gotta go back to the drawing board.
The reality of
the pieces on defense is there.
The reality of the situation is we're saying a lot about the defense, but we know that we still have to put points on the board. I agree with that. Well, you have to think about it like this. At this point, if I'm Mitchell Trubisky, I don't want to come back. I've been dragged through the mud a season that
I would give the Bears and Bears fans the double bird as I back my way out the door.
Moonwalking. I had
out the door.
I had a season where I showed some potential and then we went away from it. And then we tried to go back to it. Now he's a scapegoat for a lot of those things. Now, mind you, should he have still developed within it? He should have.
Yeah.
But here's the one thing I will say, and this is the one thing you can't take away from him. When they did get a better QB there for him to work with, which is Nick Foles, he actually showed up once they put him back in a lot better. Did he have a bad game today? Did they go away? Yes, all of that's possible. Every QB has a bad game, but for all of the last 6 games, he's actually kind of showed up.
But it's not,
and it shows potential. So at that point, it's like, listen, you've turned away from me this time. The relationship isn't good. It's not a good fit. Let's just move away from it and part ways. I think amicably. I think that's really what
the problem is. It's not about him having bad games. It's when he has them. He always has them against above 500 teams.
But I also
think about Mitch's best games we've ever seen from him.
Yep.
Dallas was a sub 500 team. The Bucks were a sub 500 team. I'm not even talking about this season. I'm talking about when he threw 6 TDs.
But
sub 500 team. These last 3 weeks, all sub 500 teams.
Aren't you doing a whole lot?
He's got a bone around his neck.
Okay, interesting. All right, listen.
There's an innuendo there, but we're going to leave that alone.
But ironically, though, the play calling against those teams were different.
Yeah, it was.
It was drastically different. And so it's a combination of both. Yeah, he should stretch the play. He should make the play, stuff like that. But at the same time, the play call is also different. So if your coach doesn't show confidence in it, you go away from it. And I get it. But everyone, listen, it's a bunch of you people in the chat who ain't got the balls to make a move.
We threw a you people out there.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, make it a statement. It's a bunch of y'all in the chat that ain't gonna make a move in the situation you need to right now. And so just expect someone in that position at his age and stuff like that. You can't expect every QB to do it.
The problem is that
we're expecting greatness from kids.
Who are you talking about to make a move? You talking about Ryan Pace? Or you talking about Mitch?
We're talking about Mitch. Really, just saying, all right, we're gonna get this done. And like, listen, and people like the stupid people that are comparing him to Heineke. You realize Heineke's been in the league in the same amount of time.
That was
out the league.
Listen.
Like, he was literally playing for his life.
That was his second start, and that's wild.
And
the Browns are putting in work. He's playing for his life, and you have think about Bears quarterbacks in the past that have had a game. Caleb Haney had a game. Caleb Haney had one of the biggest games. Burst that Packers team almost got you to the Super Bowl. You can have a game. Now I will say Heineke's mechanics were flawless. Like he was throwing dots, and he was standing in there taking pressure and throwing dots. So I give him credit for that.
I would really love to see how the Steelers bounce back from this first quarter deficit.
The stats that they just showed on Baker, even if you do bring him back.
On Baker?
3,000 yards, 26 and 8. And if you got the right play caller, Mitch can't give you that.
No. Hold up. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because in the last 3 games, will we not say those are Mitch's 3 best games of the season? Where he had the most control, where he did the most offensively.
I want everyone to understand. I do not think Mitch should come back. I think it's a situation.
No. I'm not saying. I'm just addressing this. Would you say his those 3 games against what? Jags, Houston's, Vikings. Those are his 3 best games of the season. Minus the one comeback. Minus that first comeback of the year.
Yeah. But
those are his 3 best games of the season. 250 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Each game got a little bit better in so many different ways.
250 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but a lot of.
But that's what Baker gives. But remember, I said it a couple of weeks ago. I'm like.
But over 16 weeks, what is that? That's not 3,000 yards. Was that 2,500?
250 times 17 is 3,000.
Is that 3,000?
I think it is.
Well, it's times 16. You only play 16 games a year.
Because Baker doesn't throw the ball more than 20 times.
250 times 16 is 4,000.
I mean, okay.
Well, god dang, Mitch, if you could do that for us, we would be all in on you, my G. Sweet Jesus.
But I'm saying, he doesn't throw the ball more.
He has to throw the ball 200 yards.
That's 3,200.
3,200. So basically, Baker didn't have he averaged 200.
Baker essentially averaged 200 yards. Honestly, under that. He honestly averaged like 185 yards a game.
For the offense, though.
If he finished with 3,000 even.
Yeah, we can look at it. We can pull up the
He's accurate enough to take the shots, which you just saw Javon Williams draw one.
I don't take that away from you, but it's the difference. And I'll tell you what I told Kidd. The difference is Brett Favre said, this is how you got to look at quarterbacks. A backup quarterback can throw a football through a door. Starting quarterback can put the ball on the door 10 times, on the doorknob 10 times. An elite quarterback can put the ball on the keyhole 10 times. We don't got a guy that can put the ball on the doorknob 10 times. We just don't. We just don't. Jimmy Graham's touchdown pass was an overthrown ball that was going to miss both receivers. If he wasn't 6'7", nobody would have caught.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is just looking at the numbers, which doesn't tell the whole story. Mitch Baker is not that much better than.
No, I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Baker has more weapons and better play calling.
No, Baker has proven himself in key moments.
They got less.
In bigger moments.
They got less.
The Bears get small in the big moments.
Now, I'm going to blow your mind with something real quick, though. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to let you get back to it. I promise you I am. Okay. Mitch, even sitting down, is very few yards behind Lamar Jackson.
That doesn't surprise me. Lamar run more than he passed. You talk about passing yards? Yeah, that don't surprise me. Lamar's game plan is
Lamar is literally the number one in rushing among all positions.
Lamar's game plan is if this one receiver ain't open, run.
So realistically, if he didn't have legs, he's not a good QB.
But here's my thing though. How do you view Lamar Jackson? Do you think Lamar's elite? Yeah, go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, if you look at the way that the Browns on the offense, it's basically tight end. Jarvis Landry is basically Allen Robinson.
Right.
He just hits them in key spots now. His coach is not putting him in position, and he's not. And to that credit, he's not putting himself in those positions to mess the game up because they already have the team to win.
Right. Wait, is MVP the Nickelodeon Valuable Player Award?
It is.
Did Mitch really get it?
It is. Somebody, I think my brother just sent me a screenshot of him.
Did Mitch really get
an award? Yeah. They have a statue with the Nickelodeon blimp on it, and they've figuratively given it to Mitch.
Oh wow.
Not Drew Brees.
No, to Mitch. Mitchell Maserati Trubisky.
No.
Well, Nickelodeon football's not going to last long.
The Maserati is not a pickup truck.
It's been a pickup truck, boy. He been in a Mitsubishi for a minute.
It must be a real bad pickup truck because there's some nice ones out there.
I think that.
Okay, can I ask you this? My fault. Let me ask you this. What are you asking Matt Nagy after this?
What am I asking?
What happened? What happened with what specifically?
Yes. What happened?
Period. What was the game plan?
This is the thing.
Why change it?
This is the thing. Chuck Pagano, Bill Lazor, whoever you want to blame for whatever, they're hired by Matt Nagy.
Which coach has the best performance this game?
This game?
Neither.
We talking about who we keeping and who we getting rid of.
You're talking about okay.
Who we talking about? Who we keeping
versus other?
No, I'm saying which coach on the Bears had the best performance today?
None of them.
Neither. But
your defense gave up 21 points. Your offense didn't do anything. That means that your DC couldn't. What we got? What am I looking at there?
That's Mitch.
Oh, that's Mitch. Okay.
But
keep that in mind, right?
I will say this.
That's Mitch. Keep that in mind.
If they do fire
that's a season.
Nagy, and then
2,000 yards a day. Yeah, we lost 2,000 yards.
If they do fire Nagy,
yeah,
that's what happened. This is my thing. Out of this whole what is it? What is it? 4 years? 3 years?
This is 4 for Mitch, 3 for Matt.
Yeah. Okay. So out of this 3 years,
that's Nick Foles.
When he got there, they had Mitch, they had Nagy. I feel like he caught up. I feel like he. That's actually crazy. This is my point. He caught a lot of people off guard.
Oh.
Nagy did. Mitch caught a lot of people off guard because you didn't know what to expect.
You can't game plan for somebody that got no tape.
Right. So therefore, when they got into the playoff game, that last 2 minutes, those what you call them, Mitch truthers hang on.
The Trubisky truthers.
The Trubisky truthers hang on. They were supposed to build on that. They never did.
Nope.
So after that, he started getting cute. Mitch couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it.
You can't say starting though. 2018 was cute as heck.
Listen. He did. He stuck to his game plan.
Yeah, Mitch couldn't keep up with
it.
He didn't adjust to Mitch, and Mitch couldn't keep up to what he was trying to put him in position to do.
And that's why he went out and got Nick Foles, which
For sure.
A great take on
For sure.
because this is ridiculous.
But here's the thing: don't say he started to get cute. He's been cute. We saw Akeem Hicks running in touchdowns.
He was overloading it.
How can you overload putting a defensive lineman running in touchdowns?
I get what you're trying to say. I get what both of you both are right at the same time. The unfortunate part is he went too long. He didn't adjust. He didn't tweak those plays. Once the league caught up to it, it's very similar.
No, those plays don't work.
They don't play
if your regular plays don't work.
They don't work. Yeah, that's true.
You in the game
plays are your regular plays.
We got cute. We got cute versus the Texans, right?
Yeah.
We got cute in that game. You know why it works? Because you were throwing out routes and you were throwing screen passes and you were throwing to the middle of the field successfully. And so now they're like, well, now we got to play back because they throwing the ball downfield.
Watch the chef for me. Here's why I say it's nagging.
Okay.
Right? Everyone saw it. I'm gonna say it to you. I couldn't reach over there, right?
All right.
So Mitch for the season has 16 touchdowns and 8 INTs. Right? And has a QBR of over about 80 high 80, low 90, right?
Yeah.
Matt Nagy didn't want him at center. Who did he get?
He wanted Nick Foles.
Yeah, he wanted Nick Foles, right? That's his guy. Sit on the bus and stuff like that. Nick Foles has a famous quote and stuff like that. Guess what Nick Foles' stats are? 10 touchdowns, 8 INTs.
Yep.
Less yards.
Yep.
Trash.
Right? So here's the thing. You have the guy you wanted, the guy you didn't want. The guy you didn't want still put up better numbers. The guy you wanted got clobbered, practically almost ended the season.
I feel like that if you're gonna fire Matt for anything, fire him for ever putting Nick Foles in. Not because Nick Foles was the problem. Fire him because you put Nick Foles into a situation where he was not allowed to be successful.
Exactly.
Question.
I guarantee you if they traded Foles to give me a team with an O-line in the playoffs right now, he'd still be in the playoffs.
He's gonna have a Kirk Cousins-like season.
He'd still be in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's gonna have a Kirk Cousins.
Because if you can protect Jesus Christ,
Lord, they opening them up.
Bro, they never.
Jesus Christ.
Juju never should have said nothing.
Juju's
never should have said nothing.
That's the first time
Chubb's gonna run all over.
Now, here's the problem. We have two different people with two different styles of QB play.
Devontae in the chat.
That were put into situations where they couldn't succeed. One you chose, one you did, all of that stuff. So at that point, it becomes a you problem.
Yeah.
Right? It becomes because at this point, we have to admit, the players are there, Pace drafted us players and stuff like that. And again, I think they both should go. But we know that's not going to happen.
If you go into 2 marriages and you get divorced from both of them, at a certain point, you got to look at yourself and be like, hey, maybe it's me.
And then all of a sudden, all these changes.
But what if I don't know how to pick him?
Hey, who is this guy?
That's Chubb. That's Nick Chubb.
Yeah, but he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no.
He was. All right.
Listen, look, we're going to talk about Baker don't got better weapons. Okay. Okay.
Hey, I guess we could have used Chubb today.
But that line is nice too.
So here's the thing. Yeah. So here's the thing. Everyone talks about fire praise, do that stuff. Give me the proof. Because I can give you statistical proof. I can point to certain key points within this season that I can say, hey, Nagy did this, and you can't say nothing about it. I can literally sit there and say, hey, listen, he made that call, it didn't work, and guess what? It blew up in all of our faces. Ain't no but on, I ain't done yet. And so, look, I ain't done yet. It's no but to it because you can't say nothing about that.
That's your clip.
It's done.
That's your clip.
It's legitimately like, yo, I got the guy I wanted. Here's the thing. I put it to you this way. Let's say you left your girl now, you get the girl that you wanted,
right,
and it don't work out.
Right.
Whose fault is that?
That's mine.
It's your fault, right?
That's
your
80-20. 80-20.
80-20, right?
80-20.
Same thing, right? So why are we sitting here giving him a pass?
Who are we giving a pass? Who are we talking about giving a pass?
Why are we giving that pass?
Who's giving him a pass?
Pause. Hold on, Mr. Flipper Chair. Hey, listen. The reason why is because you said, Pace, put him out there. We got listen. No. Listen, he did, but guess what? Just like you said, who hired Pagano? Who's responsible for everyone else on that team?
Who hired Nagy?
You're right. So let's say this. Let's say I run a company. I hire you to manage it, and you hire a bunch of scrubs. Who goes first? Me or you and a bunch of scrubs?
Hold on.
Let's be honest.
Hold on.
Let's be honest.
Because
me or you or a bunch of scrubs? Because that's your decision.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. It's a straight answer. Who goes first?
Here's the thing.
I bet you your bunk behind go first.
I'm
not gonna lose my job because of you.
You know why? You know why you lose your job?
Why?
Because the regime before you hired, and it was a bunch of scrubs.
Who was a bunch of scrubs?
John Fox and the rest of them dudes.
Oh, John Fox just didn't change with the times, but he was actually pretty good for a very long time.
Was he good for the Bears?
Again.
Was he good for the Bears?
A very long time.
Agreed.
And we got him out of there, which is how your punk behind showed up.
Oh, for sure. For sure. But at a certain point, and listen, I think, I know. Yeah. I'll fight you. Yeah. But
I kind of believe it too.
No, but this is the thing. And I don't. Here's my problem with Pace. That it's wild out here. The Browns are dominating. Y'all don't see that.
Hey, y'all,
Here's my thing with Pace. This is the thing. At the end of the day, they all need to go. We can argue who needs to go first. They all need to go.
And I agree.
All the way to Mitchell Trubisky.
Absolutely. I don't think he should come back.
And listen, if you want to say that Mitch had bad coaching, let him go to another team.
You know, the only reason why I play the take of who goes first, because I know, and I haven't seen it in a very long time. I have never seen it in my lifetime. I haven't seen an organization fire everybody at the same time.
I have these mugs right here. Oh, the Browns. But that's really what you become. If you do that, that's really what you become.
And we're not going to do that because we were better than the Browns when the Browns did it. We had a better record than the Browns. We were not at the bottom of the league. Mediocre if you want to, but we weren't. We
were the bottom of the league
at one point, but
we were the bottom of the league while the Browns were the bottom of the league. We was just handshaking the Browns because they was right beneath us. You know what I'm saying?
We've been at 8-18 for a good minute.
We weren't at 8-18 when Fox was here. We've been at 8-18 for 2 years.
3.
No, we were 12-4 the season before that, and it was a breath of fresh air because we had only won 5 games the year before that. So what I'm saying is they've been struggling. You can go through this, but nobody here is working. And whether we like it or not, whether we feel like that's going to put us down a bad path, nobody here is working. Whether you think Pace is, and I got to give Pace credit. 5th round, 4th round, 3rd round, Pace can find some players. 1st round, I'm sorry, bro. Would you keep somebody on your team that can't make a layup?
Absolutely not.
He missing layups.
But here's the thing, though.
He's missing layups.
That's a great analogy. How many people go 1st round that don't work out?
For sure. But
even in basketball, in NFL, how many people go 1st round that don't work out?
Agreed. I agree with you.
Statistically speaking, for everyone,
there's a ton of them.
Statistically speaking, it's way more 1st round picks that don't work out the way.
Well, in the NBA, if you look at the numbers in the NBA, that's just now starting to happen. In the NBA back then, if you were 2nd round, you basically were like,
2nd round.
We'll see if we make the team.
But I'm talking about NFL. A lot of 1st round picks,
no, for sure, I give you that,
don't show out and don't translate to professional to football. So no matter what,
but
that's
statistics. But I'm not talking
it's less than 40%.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about layups.
When did he record all these? That was a commercial I ain't never seen.
Hey, bro. Hey, Baker out here working harder than anybody.
Bro, he getting a State Farm thing. He getting a Hulu. Who is this guy?
Speaking of money, what is the most Bears thing that decision to be made?
They keep everybody. They keep everybody. They don't change nothing, and they extend Mitch.
No, I think look,
and they extend Mitch.
They will fire Laser, extend Mitch.
They won't fire Laser. They'll fire Pagano.
Do you think
they'll fire Pagano?
Yeah,
I think they'll fire offense before they do.
They won't fire Laser because
it was the reason we
because Laser won 3 games.
4.
No, 3.
Just 3.
Lost to the Packers. Won. Lost to the Packers again. Right? It was only 4. Oh no, it was 5. So they had to win 4 in a row. Yeah.
We went on a run as soon as what's the name gave a play call.
Yeah. No. You lost to Detroit too. So you lost 2 after the bye.
That wasn't his fault though.
No, not his fault. Not his fault. No. But I mean,
everyone will stay.
And that's the part that hurts most.
And Mitch might tell him no, like a prom date.
And I hope he does.
I want to thank you for this prom night. I really enjoy my prom night.
Let's be realistic about our prospects at QB.
I'm sorry if this live is lackluster. I ain't got it.
We're not getting Watson.
No.
Watson don't want to come. He has a no trade clause. He's listen, we're not. I would rather have. Ryan
I'll tell you.
Fitzpatrick
I'm not gonna lie
Carson
to you though.
Wentz.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. I'll tell you the scenario you get Watson because you got to do it quick. If you fire Pace,
if we get to it,
no, and you hire Riddick. Because he's already this is the thing. You may look at him as a reporter. This thing? You may look at him as a reporter. You may look at him as a he knew.
He was big.
He knew coming in.
He was big on Trubisky as well.
He was big on Trubisky. He was really big on. He was Trubisky. He was no.
He was big on the defense.
No. You're wrong. You're wrong.
He's a naggy guy.
I got the
You
He's a naggy guy. He's a
Louis
Trubisky
Riddick.
guy.
Louis Riddick went on what's Mike Greenberg show?
Mike and Mike?
Get up.
No.
Get up. He went on Get Up,
Up.
and he was defending that man all until Matt Nagy benched him.
Ever since Pat was like, "Yeah, we call him Bears," I was like, "I guess I gotta look up this stuff."
Yeah, no.
He was been big.
Riddick was huge on Mitch, but he was also huge on Trubisky. So maybe that.
He's the same thing.
He was-
Watson
yeah.
and Trubisky.
I mean, yeah, he was huge. He was huge on Trubisky. He was huge on Watson.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
But what the reasons why he was big on Biscuits is different, though. He wasn't big on Biscuits because of his playing ability versus Watson.
Yeah.
It's how he would have fit the Bears system and what they were trying to develop, which is why I don't fault Pace for making the decision, because statistically speaking, without hindsight is 20/20. But if you look at it, I get he wanted him and all that stuff. He fit the system they were trying to develop better. That's just a fact. And there was a lot of red flags on Mahomes. There was a lot of red flags on Watson.
Well, Mahomes had the most red flags out of anybody. He just
Watson
turned
was right behind him.
He just started playing.
Hey, listen. Watson,
Mahomes.
whatever the case.
No,
was.
but Mahomes is the system.
Yeah.
Mahomes. Let's be honest. Mahomes is really maybe the second or third air raid player to work in the NFL.
Yeah.
And so Mahomes, Mahomes is a freak of nature. He's one of those players that you just look at him and you just like, that shouldn't work.
But it does.
Did he just air bend right there? He threw it this way and the ball went that way. How'd that happen?
Mahomes is Steph Curry, literally.
Mahomes is dang it,
Steph
that's
Curry.
a good analogy.
Yeah.
That is a good analogy.
And so the crazy thing is, when you look at that draft, you can sit there, you come up with all these different things, but at the time and what they were trying to develop is a reason why they chose him. It's a reason why they chose him, because he fit the system they were trying to develop. Was it the wrong move at the end of the day? Dang, that's a pick. Oh my God.
Hey.
Yo, Ben is losing it today.
Hey,
bro.
Ben,
It's 21-0 in the first
it's
quarter.
about to be 28.
Bro.
Ben Roethlisberger about to lose his job.
Juju should have kept dancing on
logos.
Oh my God.
That's why he stopped.
Hey, that's what you get for sitting that man.
And y'all better not fire Tomlin either.
I mean,
what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, I get
the
the blame and stuff like that because hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
But at the time, when you look at the decision making at the time, they just went with a move that they thought fit the system and didn't work out.
Right.
And you can't blame somebody for doing that when the statistics kind of show that that's how you make that decision. You can say, "Oh, but he did this, he did that." There were some real legitimate red flags with those players.
You can
It
say
just was.
You can say those.
Just like Lamar Jackson has some real legitimate red flags that are being exposed right now because he hasn't developed his passing game. So
partially that, and I personally believe with that too. They need to get a legit number one receiver. That's
Hollywood Brown is number one.
Hollywood Brown pretty good.
Hollywood Brown is real good.
Hollywood Brown is pretty good.
I don't think he's a number one.
Not a one.
You don't think he's a number one?
I don't think he's a number one.
I think if he came to our team, he'd be better than A-Rod.
I can't say that.
I can say
I can't say that. You know why I can't say that?
Because we ain't threw it to him else. We ain't get the ball to him.
That, and I can't say that because A-Rob got 3,000 yards receiving seasons, and he got Nick Foles, Mitch Trubisky combined in one. He got Mitch in the other, and he got Blake Bortles in the other. He's doing something right. He's doing something right.
What was the red flag with Watson?
The red flag with Watson was health.
And
that was his biggest.
And
he was too skinny to take hits.
To play
and no, it wasn't done because it was coming. It was coming off of RG3.
You can't be real with yourself and realize that Lamar has some gaping holes in this game. Then you're not really a football fan. You're just a casual fan. You go ahead and take two and walk it out.
Lamar has super holes.
I'm going with a person that he said he carried them today. Like as a cute, listen, he ran. He's good on his feet, but he has gaping holes if you shut that run down. And that's how they lost last season. That's how they're going to lose this season.
But again, Lamar is
he's better than Mitchell.
Lamar is a Pat Mahomes.
No,
Lamar. No, let me tell you why. How he runs is out of this world. How he runs is out of it. You should be able to stop him. If I put a spy on you, if I put 2 spies on you, I should be able to stop you.
What's the coach over there in Baltimore?
John Harbaugh.
He changed their whole playbook to fit Lamar.
Yes.
What didn't we do? What didn't we
Absolutely. We didn't do that at all.
We didn't. But let me tell you this. How many non-passers are successful in this NFL? Bro, they wilding. It's 28-0. 28-0. They working these mugs out. How many
Can Ben have a Tom Brady comeback?
Juju, cancel your TikTok account.
How many non-passers are successful at the quarterback position?
Oh, like Crit, I see Mitch's gaping holes. I really do. Which is why I keep saying I don't want him to come back. Like, hey, listen, you can hop in this chat and say whatever you want to say. I've already said I don't want him to come back. I already say yes, but I also see how we've hindered him on several different levels, and I also see how Lamar Jackson got support on those same levels, which you can't argue. You can say whatever you want to say. You can't argue.
Let me ask you this: is it hindrance or is it you're stopping development?
Both.
I think we're stopping development.
But this is the thing.
Because guess what? When Lamar didn't get on the field, and they put him on the field that first season, he looked trash.
This is the thing. I want
y'all remember that first season?
Yeah.
He looked mad trash until they catered the offense to him. So no matter what you say about what he did in college, no one gives a god. It don't matter. They had to sit there and do a whole shift to cater to that man's game, and then he had a breakout season. We didn't make those type of changes, so it don't matter what you say.
But this is the thing. You're thinking about long-term success at the quarterback position.
Yeah, they took him 2 years.
So therefore,
took him 2 years.
I don't think that they can do the whole system thing.
Is Lamar Jackson a game-changing quarterback? Is he going to throw you into a game that he gets down in?
He's not going
to. Is he going to run you back into a game when he's down 10? Because the narrative on Lamar all season was that, and today he did it. Today he balled out. Today he had a dominant game, right? But the narrative on them all season was if you get them down 10, they can't come back because Lamar can't throw you back into the game.
He can't.
No, he's gotten better as a passer, but right now
he's gotten better as a passer, but so did Cam Newton. That's still 55 to 60%. That's still 55 to 60%.
Would y'all take Cam?
No, he got better as a passer.
Why not? For a year?
I wouldn't take Cam for you.
I'd take him for next year just until you find your guy.
I'll take him over Foles.
Worst case scenario, you lose more of your games than you win.
I don't know him over Foles. I'll take him.
I don't know. Something about Cam looked different.
Let me tell y'all something.
Every day in tomorrow.
Y'all gotta stop looking at Foles as the problem with that team.
No, I'm not saying. But if we're doing what we okay, so that begs the question.
And he can't run no more like that.
Do you even like how the Bears are playing with or without Trubisky? Do you like the play calling? Do you like the manner in which we play?
I don't like the play calling.
Do you like the manner in which we play?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Trick play over everything, and then maybe a little bit of play action and running it up the gut.
This is the thing, though. Let's update our narratives. We didn't see a lot of trick plays. We didn't see a lot of trick plays this season.
That whole first quarter.
We didn't see a lot of trick plays.
The only thing I would say is this:
a small out route to when your hot guys, the running back coming out is not a trick play. That's a play. Ringo runs it profusely in Madden. Trust me, I know. I played against them.
Why work for you? Don't work for Nagy. The question.
Why didn't it work? Because Madden's got the slider set so that it works. The tackling angles are disrespectful. Let me tell you that right now. But no, this is the thing though. That's not a trick play. A trick play is you putting Akeem Hicks in the backfield and he runs it for 2 yards. That's a trick play. A trick play is, I guess you can kind of say at the beginning we can say Cordero Patterson was a trick play trying to run the ball up the middle, but he turned out to actually be able to hit the mugs if you're able to get through that hole. So we can say that. Wow, what is happening right now?
I would say.
Did they score?
Yeah, that was the first play of the game.
Oh, that's how they got it. That's first play. Okay.
I was wondering how that happened.
Yeah,
Is Pouncey not in? Pouncey must not be playing.
Hey, listen, I don't know what's going on. That's a full meltdown in the first quarter. Hey, listen, we didn't look this bad at all. We didn't get beat by this much.
Take solace. Take solace.
They got 3 turnovers in the first quarter.
Hey, look. And there was expectations here. We had none.
Hey, they was undefeated at one point in the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so were we all.
Tough.
so were we all. We were all 0-0 at some point.
Hey, they were 0 at one point though. Hey, but I'll say this though. It's what was the point you were making? Like, you were making a point. Do we like the play calling?
Do you like the play calling?
No, don't like the play calling. But here's the caveat to that though.
Shout out Frostbite Gaming.
I love Frostbite in his take, but guess what? You're very delusional if you think that I can't call the MVP of a previous season not game changing this season because the league has adjusted. This is what have you done for me lately, not what have you done for me in the past. Let's keep it a buck.
Wait, so you saying that he's not a game changer?
I would say that
he hasn't been.
He hasn't been. And they've adjusted to
this is the thing. This is the thing.
I feel like the Ravens got to adjust again.
But they can't.
Until they adjust,
they can't.
He is not the same player. And that's not necessarily all his fault, but guess what? He also has to get better at the things that he needs to get better at.
At a certain point, this is the part we don't do. This is the part we never do. We don't put it on the player. We don't put it on the player. You got to put it on the player. If Lamar becomes a better passer this season, are they not a better team?
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't finish my point. I said that last year he got better as a passer. He's still not.
So did he regress?
I think he plateaued. I think he
regressed off of the simple fact what you said. The league caught up, and now they need a true number one. You can't keep digging and dunking.
But it's not.
Hey,
listen,
Baker Mayfield has
not
more
a true
passing
number
yards
one
than Lamar Jackson. He's the MVP.
But it's not about a true number one. Lamar has Mitch syndrome.
He does.
He really has Mitch syndrome. When Lamar and listen, I want Lamar to be Lamar. He's not Mike Vick. Everybody wanted him to be Mike Vick last year. Y'all are smoking. I almost tweaked. Y'all are wilding. I almost tweaked.
No,
I almost said my go-to phrase.
He definitely ain't Mike Vick when he went to the.
But this is the thing. Mike Vick, Philly.
Yeah.
Mike Vick couldn't put the ball in your hands in Atlanta.
But he could.
Mike Vick was a freak athlete. And Lamar Jackson is, but Lamar Jackson is a runner first. He's a running quarterback. And whether you believe it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, running quarterbacks who don't attack the pocket well do not win Super Bowls. Name me one. You can say Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson throws the ball better than anybody. I saw Russell Wilson yesterday running out to his left, throw the ball right, and it hit my man's in the hands. What is that?
Hey, Russell Wilson has definitely evolved. His game has definitely evolved.
If you want the definition of a dot,
Russell Wilson. It says dot picture of Russell Wilson. But for real, answer me that. What quarterback that you and everybody clamored for Mitch? Please just let him run. Let him use his legs. What running quarterback wins a Super Bowl?
You can't. No, there's not.
You got to be able to throw the ball.
None yet. I say none yet.
Kaepernick got there, but Kaepernick
you get close, but you don't win.
Kaepernick had the Lamar Jackson effect. Also, the same dude that coached Lamar Jackson coached Kaepernick. Kaepernick had the Lamar.
No, that's Michigan, man.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the head coach. I'm talking about the OC.
Oh,
y'all catch up with me now. I know my sports. The guy that coached. Respect. I will flip that chair. But the guy that beats everywhere. The guy that coached Lamar coached Colin, and when the league adjusts, they could not. As much as I love Colin Kaepernick for his social justice, for the things that he did off of the field, Lamar Jackson in his last season, you can look at his numbers, you can look at whatever you want and say he was better than most of what I watched him. He was not good.
No, he wasn't.
He was horrible. He was horrible.
And I wanted him to
he was Mitch-esque. I wanted him to be good because wasn't nobody doing it with an afro like that.
Honestly, he was to me, it looked like he's just a faster Mitch if Mitch decided to run.
Right. Facts.
That was just
no, not even faster, just longer legs. It looks better when he ran.
They didn't have a line either, though, right?
Not really.
Yeah. It got bad. It got bad in San Francisco quick. But that's the thing. When you look at these guys, we're saying we want to adjust. Why can't you do it like Lamar Jackson is doing? Why can't you do it like Lamar Jackson got his first playoff win? Congratulations. Anybody think he's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
No.
Does anybody think he's a game-changing quarterback that he's going to lead his team to a Super Bowl this year?
No. Who do they play next?
AFC. What seed are they?
The winner of this game?
They're not a bottom seed. Play the Bills next, right? They finna get mollywopped.
That defense.
They finna get mollywopped. That defense is going to.
Just Josh Allen, first of all.
Josh Allen is exactly what everybody prayed to the heavens that Mitch Trubisky would be.
I would beg to
please, Lord, give us that.
I would say that Josh Allen is a better QB. A better traditional.
You know why? But you know, no, you didn't because Josh Allen's decision making was terrible. But from one season to another,
this particular season, I say he's a better QB than Lamar Jackson.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen. If Josh Allen ain't in some of your MVP votes, you tweaking.
I was gonna say.
That's an interesting question.
My Mahomes is gonna be Mahomes. If Aaron Rodgers wasn't having the season that Aaron Rodgers was having, Josh Allen would definitely get MVP.
Facts.
Although I don't think he should get. I think Derrick Henry should get MVP though. That's a different conversation.
Yeah,
like Derrick Henry is in elite. He's in historic company. Like there's only a handful of people who've ever done what he's done. Literally, it's him and a bunch of people we can count on our hands. But Aaron Rodgers is not in that. He's in an echelon of people we've seen do it before. One who's still playing.
But think about who's
still playing.
Name me. Hold on. Name me your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
My top 5.
Top 5.
Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
No, first of all, Patrick Mahomes.
It don't got to be an order. It don't got to be an order.
Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Josh Allen.
Yep.
Tom Brady.
Still got to put him in there.
I got Breeze as honorable mention.
I'll throw him in there as an honorable mention. Which of those quarterbacks use their legs first? No, you don't. First.
Oh,
first.
I thought you meant at all.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize.
You're not going to win with a quarterback that uses his legs first.
Yeah,
you have to be able to throw the ball. Russell Wilson is one of the most. Me and him will talk about a play that got missed. Russell Wilson was falling out to his right, put the ball up there. It sailed in the air for about 40 yards. Bro, the only reason the play got missed is because the DB got over and smacked it away. If you see where he smacked it away, there were 2 hands around it from his receiver that didn't have to move.
It was like this.
Bro,
legitimately.
Every time he throws it, though, don't it just look like he just robbing it?
Yes, it does.
Look like
hey, I'll tell you what too. If you can get up somehow in a miracle, listen, Pace. If you got one more, just trade everybody. Go find Jalen Hurts.
That's what I said.
Bro, Jalen Hurts. Bro, Jalen Hurts versus who was it? Clemson. Jalen Hurts put up a pass versus Clemson. That man said,
"No, Jalen Hurts."
That ball sailed 70 yards, bro. I'm like, yo.
Jalen Hurts needs to leave. Like old boy needs to leave from the Get Out movie. Like he just leave from Philly. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Like, listen again.
It's a trap.
Everyone's saying
it's not what it looks
Watson.
like.
We ain't got Watson. We ain't gonna get Watson.
Bro, we ain't
He's not coming to Chicago.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this before we get out of here. Let's talk about this before we get out of here. Because now I want to watch this game. Yeah. I want to see Oh my God. That's horrible. That was horrible.
Bro, Ben ain't got it, bro.
Hey, I guess what? If you watching the game, you bet you pick Mitch over. Because it ain't.
Hey, look, but not by much. No, let me ask you this. When you
he ain't got none.
How desirable? That's wild. That's wild.
Hey, Mitch at least had 3 at this point.
Look. And Mitch, let's be honest, Mitch don't count for none of the 9 points they put up. If
one,
no, that's all Jimmy Graham.
He was like, I just want to get this for my tape.
Graham stole that TD.
I just want to get this for tape.
Yeah, no, Graham made it a TD because the other guy was not going to catch it as he was falling on his face. No, so how desirable is this Bears? Is the Bears?
The Bears job?
Not a very desirable
team. In general,
in history, we've been living off of for 30 plus years.
That don't make you
desirable. It's not enough today.
Listen.
I'll say that. Explaining, going through the whole Bears history when you first get there, it's not enough.
Job, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Did we interview?
No. We haven't fired nobody yet.
Yeah. Hold on. Do you think a firing happens today? Same day?
I think
tomorrow?
It happens Monday.
Oof. Black Monday, maybe.
Yo, this
Black Monday, maybe.
Hey, listen, we ain't leaving this chat just yet. Who gets fired tomorrow? That's a real conversation.
Let's finish this point, and then we'll get on that. Are the Jaguars a more desirable job than the Bears?
No.
Jaguars got all the money in the world. Jaguars literally like the people on their payroll is literally just like us.
And at the end of the day, it's Florida.
Yeah, no income tax.
At the end of the day, it's Florida.
Florida has it.
No state tax. No state tax. No state tax.
No, I was gonna say.
I tweet.
Because you still got Mac.
But you can literally go in there. You can rebuild that team as you want. You literally have draft picks on draft picks. You literally just like, hey man, we got a pick in the first round at all? We got 7. Oh, all right. We got in the second round. We got 7. Oh, wow. What have y'all been doing down here? Hey, do we have any money to go after anybody? We have hundreds of millions of dollars. Oh, my goodness.
We got 10 picks for the season?
Yeah, but they all in the 20th. We just have all our picks. And I think we got a couple that were traded in for in the fourth round.
And I have another question, too.
But, I mean,
after we talk about
is Houston more desirable?
No. Houston is
Then the Bears?
Houston is a crap show.
That's not more desirable.
But you got your quarterback already.
No.
Maybe.
Their front office is worse than ours.
Hold on. They just fixed it.
They didn't fix a thing. They
just got some new niggas.
Right. They just put they put the same white man that they had before. One who was from the Patriots organization that can't do no better because Belichick is everything.
No.
They did the same exact thing.
Different because Bill O'Brien was coaching too.
Yo, there has been very few, if any, successful people came from the Belichick tree.
Belichick
That's
makes
crazy.
everybody look different.
So this is the thing though. You don't take solace in the fact that you have your quarterback.
No.
Because you do.
What?
You've got your if Deshaun decides to stay, you have your franchise quarterback.
I don't take any solace.
Everybody.
The hardest position in sports to find.
All the players think he's going to leave. So why would I?
So you would rather come here? Well, no. Hold on. None of the other players matter.
No, but that look.
Not worried about Brandon Cooks or Will Fuller.
I know this.
You want to know why I don't care about it? He's top. He's definitely. We didn't even mention him in top QBs for that, but he's definitely a top QB.
He's the number 1 QB in passing yards.
He's 9 on the 10 list.
By the way, crazy stat: the guy that leads passing yards has never won the Super Bowl.
Interesting. So listen, he only got you 4 games. A dynamic QB with no help means nothing.
But it's not just a dynamic QB with no help. The one thing that Bill O'Brien did do while getting rid of the best wide receiver in the NFL, y'all can fight me on that. I don't care. DeAndre Hopkins went up with one hand and snatched that mug from everybody. Devontae Adams ain't doing that. But the one thing that
all the Packers,
the one thing that Bill O'Brien did do was you not only have Deshaun, but you have draft picks to reshape the team in your favor.
How many?
Maybe.
Let's look it up.
Maybe.
But
listen, I love the fact that
I'm just saying
on draft picks and people come from college. That doesn't always translate well to the big league.
That actually is.
But youth,
most Super Bowl teams.
Hope.
That's how they win.
Youth means hope. Anybody new, it means hope. In the NFL,
no, it's not.
Look it up.
It's not about hope.
I'm not
most Super Bowl team.
If not hope, opportunity.
Look it up. There's gonna be a bunch of people in the chat.
Keep your job off of opportunity.
There's a bunch of people gonna be in the chat like he don't know what he's talking about. Look it up. Look it up.
But you'll keep your job off of opportunity.
Super Bowl teams are built through the draft. More times than not, free agency does not work out because the player you're trading for, who has had the greatest season of his life, is behind him because you're trading for him.
Right.
He's actually right.
Think about Bill Belichick.
Look it up.
The Chiefs got Tyreek Hill.
What stat are you referring to? Because you're just telling us to look it up. We're not gonna find it right now. You already know it.
So let's run down all of the Super Bowl champions in the last 10 years.
Okay.
And look at how they retooled their teams and who those major contributors were. Give me the rookies. Give me the sophomores. Very few. Look it up.
So let's go.
No.
The Kansas City Chiefs drafted their entire team.
The Kansas City Chiefs is an anomaly. Everything about them shouldn't work. Everything about them shouldn't work. That's how. Everything about Patrick Mahomes.
Their team.
No matter how loud you say it, everything about Patrick Mahomes shouldn't work.
What do we just say?
Everything about Patrick Mahomes should work.
Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry. Patrick Mahomes and Steph Curry.
It does. But it shouldn't.
It's like bees shouldn't be able to fly.
But they do.
They do. But they do.
Listen, you can't deny that.
So the New England
take them out.
The New England Patriots didn't draft their best players on their team because that's the Super Bowl champion before.
Technically, if you want to say they did, but
they're most of those 10 years. He's speaking.
They're most of the 10 years of speaking of.
But I'm gonna say the free agents they brought in when they brought in big name free agents, they failed. Not that they failed on the field, but they didn't win the Super Bowl. I'm saying
the years that they won, did they have a bunch of? Did they pick through the draft? No.
They had dudes later in the draft. They had dudes later in the draft, but it's about they found guys that could fill positions. That wasn't a team built off free agency. That was a team built off your draft, and you brought free agents in that were usually the scrubs of other teams. And then you'd be like, oh, wait a minute. Is this dude really – like Shea McClellan has a Super Bowl championship. Y'all don't even remember him playing for the Bears.
The craziest thing about the Patriots is, as much as we hate them, they are the epitome of talent development.
Facts.
In the last – in NFL history,
Facts.
really, realistically. If you look at it, in the better use of their talent,
Facts.
even declining veteran talent.
Facts. Philadelphia, I'll say we can say their best player on that team.
What are they looking at? I'm trying to see. Are they trying to say what foot he torn off of?
No, they just
we can say that Philadelphia's best player on that team they did no, the Rams drafted Nick Foles, right?
Yeah.
So the best player on that team they didn't draft, but they drafted an offensive line.
They did.
That protected them. So you drafted them. So that team was built through the draft. The Denver Broncos, the defense won that Super Bowl completely. Peyton Manning had nothing to do with that. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey, it's Peyton Manning. Hey, listen, it's Peyton Manning. I'm not gonna let you talk about the second GOAT.
Yeah,
like
so
the second greatest white man ever talked about.
the Seahawks is the next different team because it's New England again somewhere. That's wild. I'm going through the last 10. It's just New England.
Yeah.
So the Seahawks is the last different team. Drafted that team. The Ravens is the next team. They drafted that whole team. You had Terrell Suggs. You had Ray Lewis. You had Joe Flacco drafted. Ed Reed drafted.
By the year that they won, it's not like they drafted.
Where is
rookie
Flacco?
Season. Flacco was on the Ravens.
I'm not saying.
Flacco's on a Jets.
No, Flacco's on the Jets.
He's on the Jets.
I'm not saying you draft. Don't do it. Hold on. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
You see my eyes.
Don't you do it.
You see my eyes.
Don't you dare say
Where is
no?
Where is Joe Flacco?
Listen. Flacco is whatever we want to say him. He was a dog in that playoff run, and Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs. You drafted all of them.
Flacco had 1 year.
Before that,
done.
Listen, we got somebody in the room that can speak on this. How much of that New York Giants team was drafted?
Mostly your defense, right?
Not many.
Which one?
The first one or the second one? The second one because I'm going backwards.
Yeah, no, that's free agency.
That's free agency. Okay, so that's one in your court. The Green Bay Packers before that. Literally, that was just Aaron Rodgers and some dudes. So you drafted that. So you drafted that.
You drafted him in the 90s.
In the 90s. What are you talking about?
No, I mean you say Aaron Rodgers, not late.
Talking about Brett Favre. All right,
yeah, whatever.
At this point, I'm back to 2012. Then you got the Saints. That was Reggie Bush. That was Drew Brees. That was the defensive team. So your stars on that, you drafted that team essentially, and then you got the Pittsburgh Steelers
the fact
before
that.
that.
You're saying essentially, you're talking about like development and stuff like that.
I'm not talking about you bringing somebody in and a rookie gets the job done. That's not going to happen. It's the NFL. You got some rookies that get on great teams like
Russ.
No, not well. Russ was wild. That was an anomaly.
Russ is an anomaly.
But I'll say you got some. Think about my man's on this.
First time they got to the Super Bowl, Marshawn Lynch carried them down.
That's true, and he wasn't.
He wasn't a vocal point.
But Russ was doing some crazy things in that Super Bowl. Let's not act like he wasn't.
The point I was
Russ
making.
was
The point essentially what I was making is not initially who we draft and the development of it. It's we've gotten to this point where we expect everyone to come in and just show out their first couple of seasons. And statistically, that doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
Right? And so no matter who we sit to say, let's draft a QB, that QB still has to be developed.
Yeah.
And if you keep the same same coach who hasn't done great at developing his talent, we're going to draft another kid who has potential and ruin his talent.
I'm not saying
so with all of that being said,
we hear on that.
Yeah.
We
so
hear
with all
on
that
that
being said, like, listen, we know for a fact somebody's getting fired, but for some odd reason, we all have this overwhelming feeling that it's not going to be Matt Nagy.
That is a problem.
And that we're going to draft our QB position and stuff like that to do what?
That is a problem.
To do what? To end up in the same daggone position?
The best two options we have is the clean house.
The only reason
everybody.
The only feather in a Matt Nagy cap is if you go out and draft him. The reports are he was the loudest in the room telling Andy Reid to go find Pat Mahomes. That's what came out of Kansas City. That I don't know whether it's facts or not. None of us know whether it's facts or not. Only the people in the room know that. But they're saying that he was the loudest telling Andy Reid, you need to go get Pat Mahomes. So the identity that comes with that is you know what you're looking for at the quarterback position. You came in to a situation where your quarterback was already drafted. You've tried your best with him. It hasn't worked out, whether it's on you, whether it's on him, whether it's a melody of both. I think it is a melody of both.
I was thinking about it. We didn't draft him. They didn't draft him.
Packers didn't draft Adam. They did draft Aaron Rodgers.
They did draft Rodgers.
They drafted Aaron Rodgers.
He came right because he was that's why Brett Favre had a problem.
Out of Cal, right?
Yeah.
Like they hated. They
hated each other.
I don't know if they hated each other.
Porn stash.
But
he still has.
who drafted Devontae Adams? I don't think he's right on either of those.
Something tells me that we draft Adams.
Who, us? The Bears?
I mean, that's
another interception.
Yo, that's crazy.
He's wilding right now.
I think
let's see.
Saying, skip this.
Devontae Adams. He's only been a Packer. So if somebody else drafted, this is the thing though. If he was drafted by another team and then sent to the Packers, they drafted him. That's like the Bulls had Nurkic. Yeah, we did, but we traded him for Doug McDermott before he ever put on a jersey. Take it easy. We're talking on one bad team at a time right now. Bill Belichick to get the Medal of Freedom.
All right. We're just making up.
I think that
people.
That's the way to end it.
Dog, what the heck is going on? Bill Belichick get the Medal of Freedom? Presidential Medal of Freedom?
The NFL will find a
Oh, wait. That's not surprising. The Presidential Medal of Freedom?
The NFL will find a way to throw patriotism anywhere in there.
That's not the NFL. The president got to give you that.
Donald
Trump got to give you that.
He's trying to get thrown in front of your face.
The Presidential Medal of Freedom is the highest civilian honor in the U.S.
Right, and he's going to squander that like he's done everything else for life.
Hey, man. Hey. When you win 6 championships, you can get whatever medal you want.
I guess when you
won't accept it. There's no way he's accepting it.
Oh, he'll accept it.
He knows what's good, bull.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's not gonna.
That'll be the move. If Bill Belichick 4 cutoff T-shirts, bro, 4 cutoff T-shirts. He's just like, you know what? We're hold up. Here's Belichick on it. We're on to Miami in the preseason next year.
I'm good. He's gonna say, no, I'm good.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. There wasn't a ton of people in the chat. I know my Bears fans are despondent, but let me get them Bear Downs in the chat before we get out of here. Bear down, because we were Bears fans long before Matt Nagy got here, before Mitch Trubisky got here, before Ryan Pace got here. Some of us before Ted Phillips got here.
And burn it down.
And we will be Bears fans.
Keep everyone
long after they're gone. I am your boy Pat the Designer. We got Ringo J in the chat. We got AD in the live. We got P.Kidd in the building. To continue watching our Bears content, click the links in the description below. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.